Hey y'all. Alright, so I'm here to tell you about the epic conclusion, as I've already said on the title, epic conclusion. Um and what my advice is when you're in that kind of like relationship, and what you should look out for, as my advice is for that, and just describing what you should look out for. That's basically like what my advice is. Um but first of all, yes, I did um after that, I did break up with the boy that I did mention in the last video. Um, I think it was in March of last year, I think. And, I think that me and my friend, Zombie Killer, like, we don't understand, what an actual, like, relationship is. I mean, that's what he discussed with me, or that's what he told me, and I 100% do agree with him. 'Cause, like, last night, it kind of, like, I recorded that first part, like, last night. Um, like, before then, I was just really sad. Um, talking about my forced relationship with him. We were just discussing about that, and then I was, like, reflecting on the mistakes that my family did in their, like, relationships. I'm not gonna tell you what those are, just for privacy reasons. Um, but that's my conclusion. Yeah, let's just say that I don't understand what a relationship is, but necessarily I'm not ready for it. That's my conclusion. I'm gonna give you guys the advice. And my advice is that you should be 100%, like 100%. I'm telling you guys this, that you guys should be careful of who you're talking to. Sure, they may be disguised as your age, but they're not. But in, like, reality, they're not your age. They're probably older than you. So yeah, just be careful, especially in a relationship. Just be careful of the people that you're talking to. Because they may not even be like your age secretly. Sure, they may act like it, but they may not even secretly be like your age. So my advice is to be careful the people that you talk to. And what you should do is that you should look for any, like, texts that make them suspicious, or in any way possible, you know. But that's my advice, is to just be careful of the people who you talk to, because either of you be in a relationship, those kind of people could be disguised as your age, and secretly they're not your age, let's just say. But that's my advice, just be careful of the people that you talk to, because they may not even be like your age secretly. Um, but, because what I would do is that I would look at the text, see if they're suspicious, see if they're trying to act like my age. You know what I mean? And then, I would just block them. Maybe delete, like, their number. That's something that I would do. Now, I did have that discussion with my friend Caleb, because we were in that discussion about that. Or Caleb, or, like, my friend Caleb, where me and him were in that discussion. But that's what I would do. So yeah, always be careful of the people that you talk to. That's my advice. And, now that this video has been going on for 4 minutes, or 5 minutes now, I really do hope that you guys really do enjoy my controversial story that I had to be open about. Because it was me being in a relationship that I was forced to be in. That's why I call myself like a victimizer. And the only thing I can support that is that John actually did tell my friend that, or like my friend John actually did tell Zombie Killer that oh yeah, she's being victimized by this boy. Um, that's the only way I can support that. Um, yeah, so, but always be careful of the people that you talk to, because they may not even be like your age secretly. Always make sure that you look at their text messages, see if they're suspicious, see if they're acting like your age. If they are, just that's so like something that I would do is that I would just block them and then like delete like their number. It could be different, but I really do hope you guys enjoy this video. Take my advice with a grain of salt, and hopefully that you guys actually learned something from this second part. And yeah, I mean, like, if your friends are willing to save you from that kind of relationship, just let them save you. Always let them save you. That's my other half of the advice. If you have friends that you can actually trust to save you, always be willing to trust them. If they're gonna say that, oh yeah, I'm gonna save you from him or them, she or her, or especially in that kind of like relationship that I was in, if they tell you that that you have to break up with that person, that means they're saving you. So I mean, like, if they say to you like, hey, I'm just gonna be here to save you, I'm just gonna say this, blah blah blah, trust them. Always do, because they might be saving like your life. So always just trust like your friends to save your life in that kind of like relationship. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's my advice to you. But always be careful to the people that you talk with. Alright, bye.